What up, people? Hitting you guys with lives. Yeah, second live tonight. Hope you guys are okay with that. Um, I'm doing my best to try to find my other headphones, but we cannot for some reason. I can't find the other headphones. So, anyways, wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the NIL that's going on in college football. Not to just tell you how crazy it is or that it's ruining college football or that I'm jealous of how much these athletes make. Nope, it's not any of it. I wanted to come on here and tell you guys about some of the deals that I have seen from some of these players that are making money off of NIL, which is freaking awesome. Uh, so I'm gonna start out with just the highest. I'm not gonna worry about trying to do what sport or whatever this or that. So that's how we're gonna play it. First is Mr. Bronny James from LeBron James. We know exactly who that is. Making 7.8 mil a year. He has 12 million followers or 12.5 million followers, which is great. Of course, a lot of people say it's because his dad. Not completely understand that, but his 12.5 million followers over all of the social media that he has, he's earning $7.8 million a year, or for this year he will. And this is off of on3.com, which is they focus on NIL rankings and NIL money, blah blah blah. Second, Arch Manning, which we're not surprised by that. Arch Manning earning $3.8 million. He only has 240,000 subscribers, which is wild. But it's a lot to do with that Texas deal that he got, and I completely understand. Number three is Mikey Williams, who's been in high school for 7 years now, is what it feels like. He's earning $3.6 million this year. That is wild, guys. Oh my goodness. The crazy part is this is why it pays. This is why it pays, bro, to have a good social media gang, like a good social media game, whether it's your parents or whoever. It pays dividends to actually have that. What's up, Nate? Um, I'll post the link in a bit if you guys do want to jump on. But just excited to see all this kind of stuff. Here we go. We have my Caleb Williams from USC. Is that right? No, 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 no. Wait, yeah, no, is that right? It's Caleb Williams at Oklahoma. Either way, whatever it is, he's a quarterback. A man making $3.6 million a year. Uh, Livy Dunn, I'm guessing, is a volleyball player. Just 10.5 million followers, earning 3.3 million. Oh my goodness. Coming in at number 6, Shadur Sanders, Deion Sanders' son, making $1.7 million a year, or for just this year. Number 7 is Hansel Emmanuel. That is the player. If you guys have seen like different highlights on him, he is the basketball player that only has one arm, but he's really, really good. He has $1.5 million for this year. He has 4.3 million followers. Number 8 is, I don't know who this is, but Sunisa Lee. Okay, $1.5 million. Number 9, Drake May from the, what is up, Nature Boy? I figured Nature Boy. Number 9 is Drake May from North Carolina, a freshman, coming in at number 9 on the list, making 1.4 million with only 60,000 followers. He's got the least amount of followers out of everybody, but that just goes to show how much my boy getting paid. Number 10 is Marvin Harrison Jr., 1.4 million for this year, 315,000 followers. Apparently, his followers jumped up $100,000 after getting knocked out by Javon Bullitt in the national championship game. Right? That sound about right? We're going to go next 10, and then we will speak a little bit on it. But I do want to see what the next 10 looks like. All right. Number 11, Nico Maya Leva Lube. Dude's hadn't even started his first year in college yet. He has 1.3 million followers. Wow, dude. Or no, he's making 1.3 million dollars. He has 331,000 followers slash subscribers. That's crazy. Okay, that's freaking awesome, dude. I see you, boy. Okay. Number 12, Jared McCain from Duke. He's making 1.3 or 1.2 million. He has 2.3 million subscribers. Bryce James. Wow. Bryce James coming in at number 13. Bronny's brother. LeBron's second son. Making 1.2 million. You have Blake Corum. Oh, the running back from Michigan. I didn't even think about that. 1.2 million. God dog, son. Okay. Uh, that's why I decided to stay here. I don't blame you at all, dude. Okay. Who else do we have? Sam Hurley, which is a freshman. Oh, he's a track. Wow. 1.2 million from Texas. He's a track runner. Shaquille O'Neal's son. He's a freshman at Southern Texas University or South Tech. I don't know what the name of it is, but making $1 million. Bo Nix coming in at 17. Michael Penix Jr., who's at Washington, quarterback. Evan Stewart, freshman at Texas A&M. Not surprised to see a Texas A&M freshman who has not played yet to be on this list. And then Jalen Wilson from Kansas University. Trying to scroll down to see if there's any other ones that we know. Spencer Rattler's on this list. We'll get some honorable mention. Paige Beckers. Shout out to Paige. She's 29th on the list, and I hate it. She's only making $822,000 this year. I feel so bad. What else do we have? Quinn Ewers, 779,000. God dog. Travis Hunter, $756,000. Brock Bowers coming in at $700,000. Go dogs. We'll find one more. Not Shallow or Caleb Downs. Let's find another one. Somebody that everybody knows. Jada Williams is a redshirt freshman. I don't know if she's played a whole lot this year. She's making $574,000. That's crazy. What's up, Big Two? Okay. So, anyways, my thought on NIL, which is, and I love it. My thought on it is it's amazing. It's a great time to be a college player. Let alone what you're seeing on here is it's not as much. Now, granted, all of these players are really good. I'm not saying that, but you're noticing, yes, different sports are making NIL, but there is a sense of having a personality really does help. It does not cost money to post a tweet, or it does not cost money to post a TikTok or a whatever. But when you are good at a sport and you're able to post highlights of you playing and people like that, they also like to see your personality. They also like to see what kind of person you are. What do you know? What are your traits? Are you funny? Are you serious? Do you work hard? Do you grind? Whatever it is. And let alone you having a huge following now allows a company out there or multiple companies to go, hey, we're going to invest in you. We're going to sponsor you. We're going to give you money to do an event, whatever the case may be, because now you have a huge following and they know, that company knows all the people that follow you will see that. That's huge. That's really, really big. So that's all I'm kind of throwing out there is it's a great time to be a college athlete. I do think people need to invest in themselves more because the same way that social media can blow up for a player, no matter the sport, is it almost refers to or compares to like a rapper. You'll see a rapper have, two albums, three albums out, and then finally one song hits and it just goes viral. And then all of the other songs on the other albums all of a sudden blow up because now everybody knows who that rapper is. The same way if you're an athlete, having highlights up, having funny videos up, your personality, when you finally get a viral video and everybody sees it, then they go and see the other ones. Now your subscribers go up, which makes it easier for a company or a brand or whatever to invest in you. So that's the part of having a good agent, having good people in your corner, having a good support group, all of that. I'm spitting facts right now. Like, I hope you guys know I'm spitting straight facts right now. But that's why it is important to have that. So, anyways, uh, just wanted to come on here and say that. Um, I'm gonna bring on fishing football. What's up, big dog?
What's up? What's up?
So I don't know if you heard what I was saying, or I don't know how much of what you heard, but was just kind of throwing it out there. It is an amazing time, and I'll kind of repeat myself, but it was an amazing time. It is an amazing time to be a college athlete, especially if you have a really good personality or you have a really good social media game. Because a lot of these players that I just mentioned, they have either one or the other, or they have both. And it, that's the thing. If you have so many followers, like it doesn't cost you money to post a video. Fishing football can post a video right now doing a cartwheel, doing the moonwalk, and then doing a backflip, and he lands awkwardly and breaks his arm. That video is going to go for 200,000 followers. But if he has other videos on his social media that are also funny, all those people are going to go and watch those videos too.
Well, shoot.
So
Should I go break my arm real quick?
I would not suggest it, but I will say,
But if people are going to watch, I mean, yeah.
okay, well then, all right, do it. Screw it, do it.
Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should.
But I'm just saying, like, what's up, JC? Just saying, that's kind of the thought right now. Is I was going through some of these names, and it's like this is the NIL list. I'm gonna read you. I'm gonna go back and read some of them to you. But this is wild, bro. Okay, Bronny James, which we suspect this. It's LeBron James' son.
Yep.
He's number one on the NIL list for top 100.
That's interesting.
He's making $7.8 million this year. He is in high school, and he is making seven. He's on the top of the list out of all college and high school players. Okay. Second, Arch Manning at 3.8 million. Mikey Williams, who I feel like has been in high school forever, but it's because he's had so many highlights going out since 8th grade. He's finally a senior, so it's like this dude. He dominated it. He put all his highlights out there, had viral video after viral video. So when NIL finally became legal, boom, everybody's like, well, he's got a bunch of followers. I want to sponsor him. Okay. Caleb Williams, Shadur Sanders, Hansel Emmanuel is that video. You always see the highlights of this kid. He's got one arm that plays basketball. That's him. He's making 1.5 million this year. So
wow.
But that's my point is 1.5 million. I don't care if you're not even in the top 1,000 and you're only making 30,000 off of NIL. Like, bro, that's still money. Like that's still money, bro. So
Yeah.
I was just saying that it does help to have either a good agent, it does help to have a good support group who can help you have a good social media game.
Oh, my boy. It does help to have a good agent. It does help to have a good social media group. Yes. It does. He's gonna draw it back real quick.
My bad, we back.
I'm about to say.
But I was saying, Nate, yes, I don't mind. But I was just saying it does help to have a good social media game because now if you have a bunch of followers, just because you post funny videos on TikTok, you might have 30 funny random videos and that one video blow up. But if they find out you're a sports player, now they want to sponsor you. Like, it doesn't matter if you're an average player, but if you have a lot of followers, if you have a big following, people are going to be, they're going to want to sponsor you more than if you're a really good basketball player, but you only got 50 people following you on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, that goes for anybody. I mean, let's say Bryce Young didn't go on social media or anything, and he just didn't have any followers really at all, and he was kind of a quiet person.
Yeah.
He wouldn't really get as much deals as you know, the more high profile people. It just is what it is. You kind of have to be like a personality on social media to get these deals and everything like that. I mean, it all kind of connects together.
It agreed. Well, and that's why I do think it's a good idea. Like, I've told you, like with me being a coach, I want a lot of my kids to go, hey, I don't have to have the stress of being able to post all these highlights. My coach does it for me. But then me, I'm looking at it like, man, if I have 35 kids, that's 35 different videos. And that's also each kid's going to want multiple highlight videos or at least multiple highlights. That's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of time. So then my mind is like, what if I tried to reach out and got somebody out there who really loves doing this and said, hey, I will pay you to do this for me because I know it will benefit my kids. So when they get paid and I get paid, you're already getting paid by me, but then you'll get a bonus for this, this, and this. Like, I feel like that's smart. Takes the pressure off me, takes the stress off me, but then also I'm still getting what I want out of it.
Yeah. No, I mean, it definitely is. I mean, and Dion's probably doing a better job than anybody else in the country is at the same at doing that because
Agreed.
he makes everybody happy without having to spend money. But at the same time, everybody else is making money. So he's
And
doing that the best.
that dude, that's a great point. Is watching what he's doing, it's almost cheating. It's not, but I'm saying it's almost cheating just because like the deal with Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter, him having over 100,000 followers on YouTube or subscribers, he's getting paid by YouTube and he's also getting paid per view. That's not coming out of Dion's paycheck. That's coming out of YouTube's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but that's the part of Dion going, it doesn't matter. I'm getting my boy paid. You're right. You're absolutely right.
That's the goal.
Yes.
As far as
So
NIL goes, if you get a player paid, the player is happy.
and
Mission
it doesn't
accomplished.
matter where the money comes from. It
Right.
doesn't matter if the person down the street donated this house to them. It doesn't matter if they found oil in their backyard and the
Mm-hmm.
money came from that. And it doesn't matter if your coach sold his left testicle for $10,000. The money
Yep.
is it's still money. So now I agree 1,000%, and that's kind of where I was going with this. Is NIL is crazy because it is great, but it's also starting to dip into high school, and you have more middle school and high school kids that are, I don't mean immature, but you know what I mean. They're more like, I'm gonna be funny and do funny videos and stuff. Because when you get into college, you start getting more mature, and you're like, man, I can't believe I did that. But if it made you 37,000 views on a video, you're like, man, that was funny when I did that. You're not embarrassed of it as much because that helped you get more followers.
Yeah. Yeah. And we see the hat picking thing and the hat flipping and everything like that. That's
Yes.
kind of like step one.
Yes.
It's gonna get creative and it's gonna go even further. And it just is what it is. But it is. It's gonna go even further.
I remember when Richard LeCount, who he plays for the Browns, I think,
Mm-hmm.
when
Mm-hmm.
he did his video, this was a few years ago. Like, this is probably 7 years ago. I remember him coming in, and his video where he chose where he was going was like he was running almost like the Ali did. He's running with people from his town,
He
and
was
yes,
running.
yes. And then he got there, and like all his whole town stopped, and the camera was on him. And then he like leaned over, and like a dog, like an English bulldog, ran up to him, and he picked it up, and he said, "Go dogs." That
Yeah.
was his video. So
It's creative. It's cool.
yes,
And
but
I'm all good with
now,
that. I like that. I like that type of stuff.
well, but
It's
now
just
it's getting to a point where that is going to start getting you paid instead of just, hey, that was really cool.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Next thing you
what
know,
do
they're
you
gonna
think,
walk out with Bojangles bags and eat a piece of chicken and say, "Hey, I commit to University of South Carolina." It's like, bro,
dude? That
it's
is
gonna it's
very.
gonna be some shit like that. You know what I mean?
But I mean, but you hit the nail on the head because if you're a top 10 recruit, every school in the country wants you. So of course people are going to be looking, hey, where is this guy committing? So if you do walk out there with a Bojangles jacket on or something, like that's a quick $50,000.
Yeah, just to commit.
No, agreed.
That's an upfront payment too. That's no BS.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like in college where it's like after your first year you'll make this much, you'll make this much per month. And think about it, it's actually a start towards a real NIL commitment. Like if Bojangles says, "Hey, fish and football, we know you're about to commit." Well, you got Bojangles, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, you got all these people wanting to do it, and you're like, "I'm going to pick the Bojangles one." Like I always go to, man, I love Bojangles. They're like, "All right, hey, look, thank you for choosing us. We're going to give you $100,000. You know, uh, tell everybody where you're going. You're going to wear, you're going to have the Bojangles bag on there, and as soon as you commit, just take a bite out of the sandwich, and that's $100,000 right there." Okay, well,
Mhm.
as soon as you do that, now they're like, "Hey, let's talk about a contract for your college career because people are going to know you as the Bojangles guy, which is going to make us more money."
Well,
That's crazy to
I
think,
wanna
though.
and see, I kind of agree, but at the same time, I read the Jaden Rashada contract
Yeah,
that because the details came out, and these NIL collectives are not making it difficult for these players. Like, it is not that difficult. It's not that deep.
you're talking about it's not that hard to get money, is what
It's
you're
not
saying?
that deep. It's not like you have to just continue to promote Bojangles. Like, it's not that type of stuff. I mean, it's just not that deep.
I feel like it's
They
up to
purposely make
the
it
person.
simple. They make it simple on
Okay,
purpose.
okay, okay.
We'll
What's
have to
up,
talk about
JC?
that at some point because it's very, very, very interesting. But
I
we'll
do
definitely have
feel
to.
like it's up to the not employer because you're not working for them, but it's up to the person that's paying you to come up with a contract clause. Like you could be like, "Hey, Bulldog JC, we're gonna give you 1.1 million if you'll just go out there and try to do a cartwheel. Even if you mess up, just be like, hey, that was for Verizon Wireless." And everybody laugh. And now that video goes viral of you messing up on a cartwheel, but then you're saying Verizon Wireless at the end of it. Or you got TB who's with AT&T, and it's like, look, we're going to pay you 1 million, but you're only going to get 100,000 at a time, and you have to do 10 events. And you're like, man, I'm not doing that. That's difficult. I can get this money easy compared to AT&T. So I
Mhm.
think it's up to the person paying.
It is. It definitely is. Like I
Um,
said, the collectives they make it very, very easy, man. I mean, they don't want these recruits to be obligated to do anything that they have to do, like more than anything out of the ordinary, because they want
yeah,
to. I mean, they're trying to buy them. I mean, let's be real. They're trying to buy them,
I see
and
what
so
you're
they're not
saying is,
setting
yeah,
parameters. They're setting parameters, but because it's required by law, but they're not setting parameters that is like
dude.
outrageous or anything to where the recruit is going to be like, that's a lot of work for me to
Bro,
do.
that's a great point. That is
They're
a
not doing that.
great point. You can't just say, "Hey, here's the money." So
Mhm.
you have to go at it in a way of, uh, dude, you just have to post a picture of you shooting a basketball 2 times a month, and we'll pay you
It's
$100,000. Like,
it's literally about that simple. It's about that simple.
got you,
Yeah, it literally is.
dude. That's crazy to think, and that's where like players get caught up because they're like, "Oh, it's easy. I'm just going to go ahead and take it." And that's like the whole
Mhm.
Texas A&M deal, the Miami. But at Georgia, I only know this because I'm a huge Georgia fan, of course. But we have a thing called the Bulldog Collective, and it's like Aaron Murray, Todd Gurley, Keith Marshall.
Mhm.
Uh, there's like 7 or 8 former Georgia players who have built this program where all they do is fight for NIL deals for our players. Now, of course, I'm sure
Yeah.
they take 10%, which think about it, 10% of 10
Yeah,
million
they all
is
do. They all do. I mean, the people that work these collectives have to make money too, right? I mean,
exact.
their
But
salary.
if
I mean,
10% of 10 million, if you made $10 million total in collective,
exactly. You make
yeah,
$1 million.
that's $1 million. And it's like, well, hey, there's 8 of
Yeah.
us. So guys, I'm sorry to tell you, but we're only going to make 115,000 a year a piece. Oh man.
Oh my God! What a horrible life! What a horrible job! Oh no!
And
Oh
a lot of these
no!
guys, already have money or they already have jobs. So all I'm saying is, when you have something like that in place, And for Georgia, why I'm excited, a lot of these guys who have already been in the NFL or have already dealt with endorsements, you have people that can fight for you, but not overdo it or underdo it. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
My dude's not having to do 10 backflips for this, but he's also not just going to let you give it to him because you just want to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would help fishing football more to say, hey, look, I don't want you to just give me the money. I want to do 10 different signings, or I want to visit 5 hospitals because now my subscriber count will go up through the roof if I go do this, this, and this.
Exactly.
But I also can't do 50 things because I play college football, and that's like, it's like not 40 hours a week, it's like 80 hours a week. It's
Mm-hmm.
like 2 full-time jobs.
Yeah.
So that that's what I mean. There's so much that goes into it. There's so much money that's out there, and that's why you've seen like DirecTV and a lot of these TV companies that have started to go downhill, and people are like, "I'll just buy Hulu. I'll just buy TiVo. I'll just buy like I don't need to
Mm-hmm.
buy this to be able to watch live TV because now I can just pay this person directly instead of going through you." It's
Yep.
the same thing with NIL.
Yep.
JC said Brock
Absolutely.
Bowers just does a commercial for. I believe it, JC, but I know he also does a crap load of
But
signings.
who's paying Brock Bowers?
Exactly.
It's
Yes.
it's the collective. And
Yes, because
so
the
which is
union pays the
mm-hmm.
collective. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Very true, dude.
Completely legal and completely fair, and it is completely deserving. Yes.
Well, and the thing about Brock that I love, because you're right about what you said, they pay the collective and then the collective pays Brock. Well, Brock said he no longer is taking any more NIL deals, that he will do what they ask, but he wants the money to go to his teammates. That's like, to
That's
me,
wild.
that means that
So
this man's
he's
about
pretty
to
much
go.
saying, I don't want the NIL deal for me. I want my players to get the NIL deals.
Yeah, but he's
The
also
ones that
saying
aren't,
that if,
the O linemen, the people that don't really
yes,
usually get them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and it's like if I have to go take a picture or have to go sign, I have to go. Okay, I got these 4 events. I don't care that I'm not getting paid for them. I'm doing it for my brothers. Like I'm already getting paid, so I'm gonna go do this. That way they can get paid. Like,
Yeah, that's a great teammate.
dude. But if that doesn't make you work harder in practice, knowing that now all of a sudden you're a third string or fourth string guy at Georgia, and you might not play for your junior or senior year, but you still get paid two
Oh hell
thousand
yeah.
dollars a month.
Hell yeah. And not only is it not I mean, not only are you making money, but your teammate is doing that for you. That instills culture
Yes,
within
yes,
the culture. Like that's
yes.
deeper. Like you have the culture that you already built, instilling more culture that as in the same teammates. Like that's great.
The same way that when Nick Chubb and Sony Michelle said, "Hey, we're staying for our senior year," and then all of a sudden Zamir White and James Cook did it. Now all of a sudden Kendall Milton and you have what's his name, Dejon Edwards. Like
Mm-hmm.
these guys who, and we have a few D linemen who are coming back as well. Chris Smith last year who came back. You have these guys who are like,
Oh,
you know
Chris Smith.
what?
Chris Smith ain't coming back.
No, no, no. I meant last year he came back.
Oof. Chris Smith. Oof. Go ahead. I'll tell you about him in a second.
Okay, I was saying like last year he had draft stock, but he decided to come back. Like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
these guys who
Yep.
decide to come back, that's another sense of building culture
It
because now
is.
these players go, I know I could go fourth or fifth round, but why not stay and have a chance to win a national championship and then go second or third or first round? Like so.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what were you about to say about Chris Smith?
Well, you won't like this, but
It's
he's
okay.
terrible. He's terrible.
Terrible, or he's a bad person.
He's just terrible.
Okay, okay.
He in the Senior Bowl, he was terrible.
Got you. I saw like
He
reps.
was bad.
I
Like
saw
he was
practice
top
reps.
5 bad.
Okay. Well, I saw practice reps where he did good, but I did not get to see the Senior Bowl, so I can't say if he.
I saw practice reps and I saw game reps. He was bad.
Got you.
Now Kenny McIntosh was good, really good.
I heard he had a good day.
He
He didn't
did.
get a
Yeah,
whole lot of reps, but when he got it, he
yeah.
said he
He
did
took
good.
advantage of it. He did really good. But Chris Smith looked like like stomped on dog shit. I'm
So
not not gonna even gonna lie to you.
are you saying that he should not have done the Senior Bowl then to keep his draft stock
No,
high?
I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I don't think it helped his draft stock at all, though. I mean,
Okay, okay,
I think look, Chris Smith is very, very talented. I mean, he got the single touchdown that beat Clemson. I mean, it's not like he's a bad player, and that's
I
what I
no,
don't
I
want.
see what you're saying. I see
Yeah,
what you're saying.
I don't want it to get twisted, but Chris Smith, watching him in practice and watching how he dealt with other wide receivers that were in the Senior Bowl, I mean, he was just terrible. He was terrible.
Got you.
He was terrible in coverage, man on man coverage. He flips his hips very lazily, and he can't locate the ball. I mean, he's just bad in a lot of ways. He's definitely a project. Like I said, he's not a bad player, but he's going to be a
Okay.
project for the NFL. That's all. I
Well,
guess that's what I'm getting at.
The thing is with Chris Smith or Richard LeCount or even like J.R. Reed, who was a safety at Georgia, like Richard LeCount and J.R. Reed, they're in they're still in the NFL. Chris Smith will go and
Hmm.
he'll be in the NFL. But
Yeah.
Chris Smith is the last of the Mark Richt era.
Plus, he
Like,
was a 3-star, right? He wasn't even never hardly rated.
and that's kind of what I'm saying is
Hmm.
it's because Georgia has 12 players that are going to the draft combine. We had 15
Right.
last year.
Hmm.
Now, what the good thing of that is, yeah, people are like, oh, well, yeah, it's Georgia, blah, blah, blah. No, the point is, a lot of these guys decided to stay for their senior year. Other places, people are leaving their junior year. So now you're having a small senior class. Georgia has a huge senior class, and you would not expect that out of a championship team. You would
We're
expect
just
good
gonna have
players
it
to
every
leave.
year.
And
Yeah, they're gonna have
yes,
it every year.
yes. So
Hmm.
that's to me where that's exciting because we had a few D linemen. I think we had two D linemen and a safety that stayed on defense this year. And in my eyes, it's like the reason that is so amazing is those guys could have went and got drafted fourth or fifth round, but they're like, why not take a chance at raising my draft stock, especially when coach rotates us so much? My chance of injury is low.
Hmm. Yeah,
So, anyways,
that's true.
that's where we are right now. I like I said, I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about NIL in a different way. I feel like most time I hear NIL, it's like, well, so and so's doing this and this team's doing this, or NIL's ruined college football, and it's like, let's just talk about some of these players and how it benefits for kids to take advantage of it. Like, I can't get mad at a kid for taking advantage of, hey, dude, you have a bunch of subscribers. Go take that to your nearest company. Go take it to 20 different companies and say, look, I have 20,000 subscribers. Oh, well, we don't want to be a part of it. That's fine. You only
Hmm.
got two companies to support you. Well, now, even if it's not a lot of money, the next couple of companies you go to, you can be like, yeah, well, so and so company sponsor me. Like,
Hmm.
it's a
Hmm.
business. So,
Yeah,
anyway,
no, I completely agree, and we can dive so much more deeper into this. I mean, it's a
yes.
never-ending conversation, but a lot of good details can be brought up. Um, what you got going on tomorrow night?
We have our region championship game tomorrow night at 6:30, but I
6:30.
could possibly tomorrow night I could be home by 9. We could do a show at like 9 or 9:30.
Okay,
And
I
I
was just
hate it
wondering.
because I don't like butting into other people's times, but like I'm so busy right now, dude. There's not
There's
a
no
lot
other
of
choice.
time.
Yeah, there's no other
Yes.
choice. Yeah.
So I don't mind. We'll talk tomorrow.
Hmm.
Unless we'll plan to do that. Um, but like I have to
Yeah,
work tomorrow
we'll
from.
play it by ear, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of been a hot minute since we've done like a long type show,
Well,
and there's
and
just a
what
lot
you're
we can
talking
get into.
about, that's what I was about to say. What you're talking about right now, this could be a long show because there
It
is a
could.
lot to dive
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind us breaking down like different sports, like what players in different sports are getting NIL.
Hmm.
But then also, I would like to break down what companies are sponsoring the most people. Like when I was going through that top
Yeah.
20, dude, before I went to the top 100 and I was just looking at players, it was breaking down by state and like different colleges. There's this company called Verified Inc. which is like a printer company or something.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
dude, it was
It's
sponsoring 40
ridiculous,
players,
but yeah,
40 players in college football.
yeah,
So I'm just like,
yeah,
dude, what the heck, bro?
yeah, man.
It's just
There's just so much going on, so much
and
going on.
and that's where I think people would like they're interested in hearing what companies out there are sponsoring. I know like Tate Ratledge at Georgia got sponsored by, and this was like last year. Not it's like before the season even started a year. This was before he got hurt at Clemson. So
Mm-hmm.
this was way old, like almost 2 years ago. He got sponsored by some like boxer company, like that sells boxers, and then it was like a protein drink company or something he got sponsored by, and it was like the very beginning of NIL. But just goes to show, just like the players are new to NIL, so are these companies.
Exactly.
So,
And we can,
anyways,
yeah. There's so much to
well,
go into, man, and I want to too, but yeah,
yeah,
we got to do something going into it
for sure,
for
dude.
sure, for
I'm
sure.
down with that. I have what's it called? I just have work tomorrow from. I guess we'll add this guy. This guy seems to be a pretty cool dude. He'll help us.
Oh
He'll
my
help us.
God! Look who it is.
What's
We'll
going
help.
on,
He'll
fellas?
help us
Hey,
close down the
my
show.
buddy.
But basically, we're just kind of finishing up. We're just talking about NIL. And if you were down tomorrow night, D4, we are going to try around 9 or 9:30 to do a show, and we're going to speak a lot about NIL, like from the players' perspective, from companies' perspective, the benefits, all that. If you want to join us, we'd love to have you, dude.
Yeah, man. If I'm back from my son's basketball game in time, I'd be glad to jump on.
Okay, yeah. Tomorrow, the team I'm the assistant for, we play for the region championship, but it's at 6:30.
Yeah, we just locked that up last game, undefeated in the region.
Hell yeah.
Got you. Okay. Well, good. Well, there you go. So yeah, we'll plan to do that tomorrow night. Because I really want to hear from D4's perspective as far as what all he knows about Texas, because I just love hearing about it. So
Yes, sir.
that'll be our plan. But I do have to go because the boy got to wake up at like 6 tomorrow morning, which is 6.5 hours from now. But I need to eat.
All right, fellas. Just want to jump in and say what's up. Tell
I do
everybody
appreciate it.
Tell everybody I'm still alive. And
Hey, it's nice to see you, my boy. It's nice to see you.
It is, yes. Well, for sure, dude. Yes, please come on. Even if you come on late, that's fine. We'll start it, and then if you come on, and we'll make it like a segment. You can stay on the rest of the time, but we'll make it like a segment where we bring you on, and you can talk about that. But I just think everybody talks about NIL from it's ruining college football. And so it doesn't matter what you think; it's here. Like it doesn't matter. It's here. So let's talk about the positives of it and also the different aspects. I think people like to hear that.
How Nate the Great gonna message me on Instagram or on Facebook and say hi, fishing?
I put the link
while he's watching Pete's show, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Nate, what are you doing, bro?
See you, fellas.
I love Nate.
All right, see you, D4.
All right, D4.
All right, fishing. Thank you, bro. Thank all of y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know.
We out, my boy. See you, dude. Thank you for coming on, dude, bro.
Of course.
All right, see you, bro.